it's all about. So to just to buy them in lah. Basically just to persuade them to join. These 4 guys memang macam doubting themselves lah, boleh ke tak boleh ke macam tu. But then throughout the journey nanti you boleh tanya direct experience daripada dia. That would be much better. I mean, to have that story. So but then bila masuk tu, of course they have like shops and everything.
Madam
They
kau buat kelas
won
malam.
that year. So
Habis skor.
tahun tu dia menang. 2019 they won not only dapat best presentation, dia orang juga adalah champion hackathon tahun tu. So the journey kejap lagi you boleh tanya dia soalan. Okay, so for this year, okay, I think because of COVID, everything so macam slow down sikit.
Tak, tapi kalau emergency macam tu kan, orang macam tak dapat masuk channel.
Kita dah start yang baru lah basically. So let me show you this slide.
Habis madam nak accept aku pun tadi lambat mat.
Okay. Alright, next semester 6, of course you akan ada beberapa subjek lain lagi lah yang relevan dengan benda ni. So I'll walk you through. Tengok macam mana. I'm not going to force anyone this time, but
BBC,
I would
BBC
really love all of you to join in just to get the experience, just to get the learning experience. That's basically what I am after lah. Okay, kalau menang, I always said to my students whenever we enter any competition or any hackathons or any ideathons,
good.
Of course, the motivation is always the hadiah lah, because normally kalau hackathon ni semua ni dia akan bagi dalam bentuk cash. Or macam dalam case AWS hackathon tadi, dia bagi dalam bentuk barang-barang. They got Kindle, they got so many things. Dia dapat Alexa, dapat hadiah dalam bentuk begitu. But I always said to them that if you put that as your first priority, if you didn't win, then you get some sort of frustration. So kalau tanya saya, the motivation is always on the learning side, because this is something that you cannot get dalam kelas. Okay, so perhaps if you disagree with me, perhaps kita boleh discuss lah macam mana. But as for now, just let me explain it. If you think this is something that you want to do, something that your passion lies in, so I hope that we can together form teams and kita masuk sama-sama, because definitely me and other lecturers will be guiding you guys on how to do this lah. We going to learn together lah, but most of the time kalau tanya siapa yang akan belajar, I learn a lot from this hackathons. I learn a lot from the students. I also learn a lot from the process. Okay, so this one, it's under, if you remember, I think months ago we have one roadshow by Good Virtues where
aku rasa kalau kau study situ
habis duit minyak that is the roadshow for this competition, for this hackathon. Okay, the name is actually Do Good Challenge.
Dalam tu pun kau nak pergi sana sini
so
jauh
they want you to pitch ideas how to give back to the societies. So there's so many things that they call it urgent social issues in this country. For example, the latest one is literacy issue, the school dropout issue, for example.
So tak dari sini jauh lah. Macam standard nak pergi Cak Alam situ kan. Tapi kat dalam tu,
beyond usual, which is something that you think if you do
macam
this,
bangunan dia jauh-jauh.
this is
Dia
like
macam
a game
ATM kan,
strategies
macam ada sekali kan. Lepas tu fakulti ni pergi sebelah sana kan.
So that
ni macam
thing
kelas kat sini,
we'll
lepas tu
do that
kat sini.
later, which is kita akan
Dia buat
brainstorming
sebuah-sebuah.
session. We can do like walkthrough session, what kind of things that you want to do. Okay, but the thing is that for this is quite special because this is only for your ITM students. This is like curated for your ITM students. Alright, the name is Do Good Challenge, but it's involve your ITM students in all branch campuses, faculties and college of study. So there is no, macam for example dalam AWS tadi, they have to compete against UM, against APU, against Taylor. So semua itu, basically they are against another universities. But this Do Good Challenge, basically, it's for all your ITM students. So among us, so not necessarily that you have to form like a group that consists of satu program saja, you can mix and match. For example, you want to do this with students from IM or students from MESCOM, boleh, tak ada masalah. But just for tonight, I'm doing this with all of you lah. For example, if you want to propose someone yang macam saya nak tambah lagi seorang daripada tempat lain, boleh, tak ada masalah. Okay? Alright, so this one, I will share this with you guys later, but I just want to see, for example, get some idea lah apa benda ni kan. Alright, just sekejap need to, okay, hopefully you can hear me better. Alright, so this one, dia punya idea is ideathon, which is you don't have to come up with apps ke apa ke, but for example, if you need to do proof of concept, tak ada masalah lah. But tak perlulah nak kena develop something ke, nak kena buat apa, tidak. So dia lebih kepada
Ya.
registration will happen now until January 6th. Okay, so tonight I would like to explain to all of you. Hopefully by the end of the session we can have a couple of groups. The groups, okay, berapa orang satu kumpulan. Alright, you may join solo, in a team, or 3 friends. Alright, I always believe in, two brains are better than one. So perhaps you want to join, but if you want to do it solo, for example, you believe that this idea is actually your own and you want to do it, like, for example, I can do this, for example, why not? Okay, so this is the process. Later kita akan kena isi borang dan sebagainya. So the point is, it can be one or a pair, 2 orang satu kumpulan, ataupun 3 orang satu kumpulan. Alright, and then requirements, only UiTM student. So it can be full or part-time, 18 to 24 years old, maximum 3 per group. Alright, so this is what we call as the bonus lah. I always believe that, the most valuable prize that you get from this competition is experience. But okay, the selection stage, okay, if you are selected, you get 8,000 ringgit, and then for 5 groups, and then when you want, lepas tu dia akan bergerak lah, mungkin selepas selection stage tu mungkin kita kena buat something. That one I don't really have good information on, but insyaAllah saya akan share when I get it. And then when finalist stage is 30,000, this one will be given to one winner, and gift pack dalam bentuk in kind. Yang ini kita akan dapat later lah. Once you get in and then they give you all this free stuff lah. Okay. Okay, alright, this one, campuses and everything. Okay, UiTM Puncak Alam yang ini akan berlaku kemudian. This one kita tunggu nanti. Because I don't think this is like finalized yet. Okay, this is the tour and everything. Okay, tak ada apa-apa. Okay. This is the, now, okay, this one, if for example during the selection you are shortlisted, 8,000 ringgit will be awarded as industry committee grant to the students via campuses. So maknanya kalau kita melalui college lah. Alright. So dia akan bagi kita projek tu untuk kita cuba buat proof of concept of that one thing. Ini kalau kita dapat ke stage yang seterusnya insyaAllah. But for this, untuk permulaan ini tidak perlu buat apa-apa. It's just idea. Something that is feasible, something that is realistic that you can do. Okay, apa masalahnya? Okay, this is like a seed funding for you to start your idea study to give back to the community, something that you enjoy doing. That's why saya kata tadi, if you really want to, some people love volunteerism, for example. When I went to Sabah, dalam bulan September hari tu, one of the thing that I can see is there's so many plastic rubbish, for example. Maybe you also stumble upon benda yang sama. So maybe you feel that, I should do something, I can do something that is, something that is sustainable, maybe untuk what to do with all this sampah kan, for example. So this is the point that you can actually get to do that. Somebody else will pay for you. Okay, so apa yang kita nak kena cari, apa solution yang kita boleh buat. Okay, so remember here is pressing social issues. It can range from recycling punya issue tadi, sampah. It can be like issue keciciran sekolah, for example. There's so many students are now leaving schools too early. They don't even completed their SPM, for example. So what can we do about this? Dia akan jadi masalah, issue social, for example. Perhaps your community that you live in now ada issue, macam-macam issue lagi yang lain. Okay, it's also can be like health issues. Okay, Malaysia is actually the sweetest nation in Asia, in fact in the world, I guess. So bilangan pesakit-pesakit NCD, which is non-communicable diseases like diabetes, hypertension, ramai. Terlalu banyak, terlalu ramai. So macam mana, what can we do about that? Or women empowerment. There's so many like single mothers yang, okay, maybe domestic violence, whatever it is, and you want to involve in, you want to do something. Or maybe you want to help local women, single mothers punya community, for example. Or just simple as environment. Okay, maybe you want to do like projects that, planting more trees, for example, but in a innovative way, something that is sustainable, for example. You get some crowdfunding, for example. Okay, boleh jadi macam tu. And then, of course, this is the something that they offer us lah. Okay, so why don't we become the agent of change, something like that. Okay, so tonight, okay, yang ini timeline ni tak apalah, ini nanti akan kita ceritakan kemudian. Yang paling penting malam ni adalah I really wanted to have like, okay, because the experience that you will get from this kind of competition is actually very, very kita dengar daripada Firdaus lah, because why I invited Firdaus is he can actually share his, because I involved with Firdaus doing project as advisor saja. So I don't really go through the process with them, but I'm not the participant. So I might have different viewpoints, but I guess all of you will get better insights from Firdaus rather than me. So Firdaus, tadi saya share gambar ni. This is like 2019.
Yeah, 2019.
2019. So tu saya kata asalnya it's not that kita pujuk kan masa tu.
Yes.
Still remember the process of memujuk tu kan. kita memang belanja makan dulu. Belanja
betul.
minum. So before saya serah pada Firdaus, do you have any question first, guys? So by the way Firdaus, these students ada kebanyakannya daripada semester 5 lah, which is diorang tengah buat proposal untuk FYP.
Alright.
Saya memang tak ambil semester 6 sebab I know that they are under a lot of pressure already, and then satu lagi nanti dia akan melangkau waktu dia orang praktikal, so susah sikit lah. So that's why saya ambil yang kat depan ni semester 5, yang semester depan dia orang kena ambil subjek ISP 624, dia kena ambil ENT 600, dia kena ambil subjek etik. So this project will actually help them next semester. Okay?
Understand? Yep.
Alright, okay. Ada soalan tak guys? Tolonglah tanya soalan. Kita punya session informal sangat-sangat. So if you have like any questions, just unmute yourself and then just ask questions.
Yeah.
Aduh, saya tak nak jadi macam dalam kelas panggil nama seseorang. Alif, ada soalan tak? No. Okay. So macam mana, ada soalan ataupun kita proceed dengan Firdaus? No questions? Tak ada suara dia orang ni. Ini
Don't be
effect.
afraid, guys. Just ask question ya.
Dr. Yuzi.
Baru nak cakap, dia tengah hadam agaknya.
Yuzi.
Dr. Yuzi is one. Firdaus pernah jumpa Dr. Yuzi ke? Ke you dah track masa?
Unfortunately not, ya. Tak pernah jumpa.
Tak pernah jumpa.
Okay, tak apalah, dia orang lain ni malu kot, tak apa. Tak apa, jangan segan. Saya tutup video saya, biar je Firdaus punya video je.
I think you should put the slide lah. At least I have some background nanti my face to focus. Probably probably.
Saya letak gambar masa muda lah.
Okay, not so young. Okay, hi everyone. Assalamualaikum. My name is Firdaus. I'm from CS alumni lah, CS 259 AI. So I graduated 2021, just recently last year. Okay. Currently working as a technology consultant on the cloud advisory part, on the cloud computing part. Okay. Tonight, terima kasih sebab datang for this kind of sharing session on why you should join competitions and why is it necessary to join competitions. Okay, back on the day, during my encounter for competitions, I'm just like you guys. We have no clue, absolutely no clue what to do on this competition, and we don't know like what kind of benefit we can acquire from this kind of competition. Is it worth it? You know, when we doing something competition, we always ask, is it worth it? Is it will give me more growth in my like what kind of domain I can grow in, my soft skills, my thought process, or in my knowledge which I currently learning. So this kind of question which we always tertanya-tanya lah, how is it, what is the outcome of this competition? So then we go through brainstorming phases. Yeah, that's when the real thought process of thinking on this process, on going to the competition. So it's not that hard going to competition actually. It's just a matter of your motivation on going towards the competition. So for this competition, for example, this Good Virtuous Co, which is manufacturing of hygiene products like sabun and shampoos or something. Yeah, actually, what I can see is they are doing for the environmental social goals. This is something we call ESG. I'm not sure if you guys have heard it. If you guys have heard it, yep, it's about having a contribution towards the environment, social, and also what's the more governance, something like that. There's one more term, SDG, Sustainable Development Goals. That is actually by UN. ESG actually need to be implemented towards almost all company in the world because it contributes how the companies contribute to the society. So this is actually why the reason Good Future School is having this competition. So that's the reason. So during my time when I was doing the competition, this is what I do first. Like, what's the reason? During that time it was AWS. So AWS were giving me a challenge to give a best product of fitness application. So currently we have a lot of fitness application in the world, but how to make people use it as a daily basis, make it as a habit. So benda tu kita orang fikir like, okay, the thing is people want it's easy, people nak senang. So we give a good method. We derive a fitness application that have a gamification features. Something like a game. Yeah.
I still have that slide. Nak saya show ke?
Yeah, bro. Yes. Sure. Yeah.
Okay, sekejap saya buka. Okay, tak
Yeah.
apa. Continue on.
Yes. Okay, if you have that slide, just display it. Okay. So that gamification features actually the reason why we put gamification, because we know that when we study about people that wanted to have some fit life in their world, in the current state, so they want some application that can actually track how much they are walking, how much they are gaining, something like that. So, but tracking will be kind of boring lah. If you
Cakap
do
pasal
it
apa, Bai?
1 week, perhaps it's okay. But after the more weeks goes, you will tend to
Kau cakap pasal
have some
fitness ke?
not tak motivated lah, basically. So kita orang letak gamification features because gamification derive the motivation for you to always keep going and going. Just like how you play, for example, what games is popular right now? Like perhaps FIFA, Dota 2. You wanted to have some progress, some levels, some kind of badges, some kind of award
Tapi
that
banyak
can give
orang
you
dah
some
buat macam tu.
satisfaction. So that is why we propose something like reward. You can go through to the methodology part, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
dia ni macam sini lah.
So yeah, problem
Oh.
statements, yeah. Okay. Yeah,
Ya, dia.
objectives. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the idea.
Yeah, the idea. Addictive features. This is what we are proposing because we want people to walk more. That's the only reason. People want how to make people walk more.
Aku rasa zaman dulu
Give
banyak
them some
peluang lah. Zaman
addiction
sekarang
features,
kau kena
not
cari.
drug lah. It's just a game.
Kau memang kena
Okay, encouragement
critical
and
thinking kau memang
motivation.
kena tinggi lah.
The third bullet point, interactive user interface,
Think out of the box.
and also personal assistant to keep in track. And we call it STME. Okay, if you can see this solution, it's actually a very technology related. So this is what I wanted to show the difference between my team and other team. Because we are UiTM, we are currently you guys are in faculty of I'm not sure it's
Sekarang dah jadi college.
college. It's not FSKM anymore. Okay, it's college. Something called Prime, right? I recently heard.
Yes, College of
Yeah.
Computing, Informatics and Media.
Yes. So when
before this panggil apa?
going to develop a solution, we will actually make it technology driven, something related to technology or something like we are learning right now. So this not just help you in terms of having that business thought, how to make your product really good, but as well as you come up with the
Tapi UiTM
practical
punya
needs, what
ambassador ni
technology
kan,
people needs to solve their
Princess
problem.
Langwan.
So we at this project we did a mobile application because everyone can download applications and keep track
Itu
of their
Vivi
fitness.
Yusof.
It's easy as that. Okay, and
Nanti kan dia orang mesti terfikir kena develop ke
shareholder.
masuk idea tu ni.
okay. This is not just the one
Asal.
hackathon that
Asal.
I joined lah. There's one more hackathon. I think it's called COVID. It's during COVID times lah. It's
Reclaim.
called Where to. Yeah, it's called Where to. Okay, there's one hackathon that I joined. The application name is Where to. The problem that they give me is that
P40.
how do we solve
Apa
or
dia punya
how do
cadangan
we
bagi
improve
satu
the
idea.
current new normal of pandemic right now? So we know that many places tend to be crowded a lot of times. So we wanted to give some visualization on on how crowded that place is currently. It's just like Waze lah. Okay, when you go to Waze, you check at the traffic, okay, jalan ni jam. Okay, kita pergi road lain lah. Okay, kita pergi road lain lah. Itu jalan jam, right? So, but we are having idea on not just traffic, not just in the road, but each of the premises. For example, Tesco tengah penuh. Okay, don't go there because it's, for example, kalau
Rezaman
I'm not wishing for it. For example, there is another pandemic someday. So at least we get this information in our hand. Okay, this place is crowded. It probably be dangerous for us. So we don't go. So that is kind of idea we need to implement in this kind of competition. It actually sounds very. It's not that hard, madam, right? It's just a matter of it's just a simple thinking lah.
Macam tadi kan, they have like a couple, agak banyak macam dalam AWS tu memang dia kena tie up balik dengan AWS lah because it's the purpose kan. So macam dia ikut challenge ni,
kayu masuk
you
dalam
have
tangan apa panggil tu?
The best is if we can relate the companies dengan the challenge, lagi bagus.
Betul.
Tapi dalam kes ni,
keluar
let me scroll down. The problems that they are proposing, which is something giving back to the society dekat sini, like fundraising, whatever it is actually something that you can easily relate to. For example, reward tadi boleh masuk semula dalam konteks health tadi.
Yeah, actually yes, you can just
tak keluar.
tarik sikit idea tu.
So basically now, by speaking to all of them here, why do you think it is very important untuk diorang experience competition ni? Kenapa diorang kena masuk competition ni?
Okay. Thank you for the question. So, kenapa korang kena masuk competition ni? It's simple. You gain something that not everyone gain.
Mana
because
pula
you're studying
ni?
outside of the class. You are facing the real issues. The real issues that the society is needing. People people have needs for something like this. Like for example, women empowerment. We need that equality in place right now. So how do we derive a certain policy, certain technology solution that can actually, manage this women empowerment? And also, for example, in education, perhaps we can create technological solutions that can actually reduce keciciran murid. Perhaps a more interactive way of learning, a more accessible kind of learning.
Kan? Addiction, macam addictive lah. Macam nak belajar benda baru, something like that. And then satu lagi, untuk student ni, ramai yang cakap, kita orang ni busy, banyak subjek. Kita orang ni busy, banyak ada FYP, proposal nak kena buat. Kita orang ni macam busy. I don't know. Setakat nak belajar macam ni, macam, what don't we should focus on, our study first and then kenapa nak kena join? Apa yang Firdaus dapat lah. I think the most satisfying things that you get from these competitions.
Okay. I'm just like you guys. During my time, I'm having competition also. I have the same subject as you guys. Yep. But at the same time, we allocate some time for this kind of competitions because we are my team lah. We love to challenge ourselves and we like to do more outside of the class kind of activities to challenge our thoughts, ourselves lah, to be, currently we are in the circle of everyone is studying actually. Everyone is studying. Everyone can improve themselves in his study. But how do you, expand your circle or go out of your circles and be, something distinct from everyone? This is why we actually join, to be, the best version of yourself and as well set apart yourself between the others. Okay, that's why learning outside of the class give you another kind of exposure.
Exposure.
That is when you can actually how do I say this? Apply whatever you learn in classes. Doesn't matter it's it's a technology subjects or
الصراط
mathematical.
المستقيم
It doesn't matter. You combine all of that
صراط
into
الذين
one
أنعمت
into that competition
عليهم
and see yourself
غير
how do you
المغضوب
stand outside
عليهم ولا
of your classes.
Betul?
Okay, then
But Firdaus, I mean, just wondering now.
yeah.
I mean, did any of the interviews that you went through when you were trying to get a job after
Mm,
you finish your studies,
uh,
do this experience doing these competitions bring something to the process of getting a job, you think?
okay. Okay, madam. I'm not here to brag, but but I never been to interview that
Oh my
doesn't accept me.
god.
Yeah.
Ah,
Every interview I
gimana
went,
tu?
I get the offer letter because I
Hmm.
tell of this experience. I tell them, hey guys, hey, hi sir. During my studies, I allocate my time on doing this competition. So they will ask me what's the competition is all about. I will explain to them detail what I do, what I
Hmm.
contribute to the competition, and what I got in the competition. So in that kind of story, they it actually added a huge bonus point
Definitely,
that
definitely.
actually separate me from the others. So
Betul.
I'm not here to brag, but really those experience make me I never don't get an offer letter for any company that I interview. Actually,
Definitely they
yeah,
chose you.
yeah. It's like when I went to the interview, they were like, okay, when can you join or something like that. You know already, you are on board
Ah,
already, or something like that.
yeah.
But it's a matter of choices, like which job is suitable
Yeah.
for.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true
Uh,
enough because one thing it will because not only for Daos, mungkin
mm,
later when for those yang nak join nanti this competition, I hope
mm,
that ramai yang nak join.
yeah.
Nanti kita bawa lagi because we have Akmal Afid. Dia dulu lebih kepada social innovation lah. Itu
Oh
minat
yes.
dia daripada dulu. Akmal Afid dia minat yang itu dan dia
Mm,
memang I think Firdaus pun join dia sekejap hari tu.
yep.
And then he moving towards helping the society in terms of training those things which is skills, technical skills. And then
Mm-mm.
we have couple more, like we have Yunus is onto technology, but he was top 7 one top 7 groups during one of the hackathon, but that one is technical hackathon, which is they have to build algorithm, they have to build something during that
Mm-mm.
time.
Okay.
So of course there is so many types of competition punya formats. Kita panggil formats lah. But
Mm-mm.
macam dalam case Firdaus kan, masa jawab soalan, of course you grow a lot. I mean you grow a lot. Sebab because you're not joining AWS, ada banyak lagi kan. So
Mm-mm.
and then remember we are actually part of this group, underground groups yang kita panggil competition junkies, which is
Yes.
normally apa-apa competition kita bagi dekat group ni, they will like they will try to compete, dia orang akan masuk. Apa yang
Mm.
menyebabkan you rasa macam nak masuk lagi?
Yep. Okay. Oh. Um. Because you never know until you try out something like that. Like for example, the COVID-19 hackathon. It was quite challenging actually because we are not facing that one is not university level. That one international level. We are
Hmm.
fighting competitively around international levels. So
Mhm.
but we say like okay, never mind. We try it. We give our best on the solutions
Yeah.
and also that competition gave us some mentorship from some expert and specialists. So we got a lot of knowledge from them, and got a different perspectives from how they view pandemic issues, how they view our technical solutions. So that kind of information that you get, you will not get it in on the class and as well as googling. No, that one is coming from uh specialists and expertise. And my addiction is always want to achieve more lah. I would say that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because we
Menarik.
never stop learning. Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
sekarang ni any questions from the floor, from yang dekat
Yeah,
depan kita
please.
ni. Ramai ni,
Boleh
51.
tanya je guys.
You can ask anything. Kalau nak complain, tak nak masuk pun tak apa. We are open. So one thing yang kita
Hmm.
suka during competition macam ni, we
Hmm.
always learn from each other. Kita build on each other kan. So kita comment. I remember during AWS tu, this group is presenting. So lagi satu group try to, we're not competing. Orang kata nak compete. Tak, kita sama-sama nak try just to make it this group better and this better. We give so many feedbacks kan. So that is actually very valuable lessons to me also. I learn a lot as well. Ada soalan tak you guys? Takkanlah tak ada soalan.
Kalau ada soalan, just you can ask in terms of the competition itself. Contoh macam mana nak dapat idea, macam mana nak buat competition ni ke? Or second question, you can ask my experience on. Still, you want to correct my experience some more also. I can actually share it. Yep.
Soalan pun boleh kan. Mungkin ada yang mungkin on the phone and maybe you are somewhere tengah dinner ke apa. If you silakan, boleh.
Okay, nak tanya ya, just now you did share some of your slide regarding apa ni yang competition yang kamu dah attend. Okay, when Megan Nozi mentioned that you no need to develop not you lah, sorry, for this apa ni yang innovation, we no need to develop any of the app ke prototype ke. So actually apa yang kita nak keluarkan? Macam mana kita right.
Okay, thank you for the question, Dr. Yuzi. Okay.
No, they're gonna take my kill.
What I join is usually a hackathon. Hackathon is like providing POC lah, proof of concept, on your solutions, giving what we call is minimum viable product. Kita call it MVP. MVP tu macam kita tunjuk lah. Okay, this is how the technology and then the process flow. The flow of the process. Yeah,
Basically the prototype, right?
That is hackathon. Yeah, prototype lah. Ideathon is more on how giving your solutions, just a solution towards the problem. So you can do something like understanding the current problem first, current state. For example, women empowerment. What's the current state in Malaysia lah? We do it locally lah. Okay, we went to solve step by step, right? And then we providing like what kind of solution you can provide. You can provide technology solution. It's no problem. Perhaps you want to show proof of concept without developing, also no problem. It's like you are showing, okay, we will leverage on this kind of tool. Perhaps there's a tool, low code, no code, tak perlu code pun, Power Automate Microsoft. You can say, okay, we are using this tool. We will create this kind of systems or application. We're going to solve this kind of specific problem using this system. And our method will be A, B, C, something like that. It's just like a proposal. So it's much simpler than hackathon, guys. It's much simpler than hackathon. Ideathon is where you just having some brainstorming with your friends. I think it's just a couple of hours or a couple of coffees. You can actually get it done. Yeah. The price, I can see the price. The price is not. It's really, really rewarding. It's 8,000 ringgit. I think it's much more than like what I got during AWS.
AWS itu dapat barang-barang kan.
Still.
And then they also get a very good networking session. I remember at the time Hilti was coming, and then in terms of you bila dah towards final year ni, you nak cantikkan you punya CV, your profile LinkedIn. So this is the thing that you should go for.
Yes. And it's open for UiTM only. This is the opportunity that you should grab lah.
Should grab, because this is like, orang kata dia punya playing field tu untuk UiTM saja. I still remember there's one hackathon, NASA apps hackathon yang itu memang very challenging. There's so many groups competing. There are people from other universities. But one thing, walaupun kita tak menang, the best thing is actually kita boleh nampak we can compare ourselves compared to other university students.
Yep.
What should that really kata jawab soalan, what can I improve more? Kita tak nak jadi jago kampung kan. Kita tak nak macam balik macam rasa macam dah bagus lah. Tapi macam tak lah sebenarnya. But and at the same time juga, kita juga tengok kita punya self-worth in a way that I'm actually at par. Kadang-kadang one thing about UiTM students, they have this UiTM-ness. Acuan, which is sometimes they have this self-talk saying that UiTM je, maybe I'm not that good as student UN, for example. But basically when we went to all this competition, in terms of our technical ability, we are actually at par. Kita sama je. Cuma kita punya self-esteem tu kurang sikit. So this is the opportunities for you to grab those. And I know untuk yang budak-budak yang group 5B, 5C, you've been challenged to produce me a 2-minute pitch on your final project. So why not take it to another level doing this? Do this, try this, try to challenge yourself. How can I contribute better? For example, how can I help people that have, sekarang antara isu yang besar adalah untuk this NCD adalah dia punya end of life dia, normally they will have like kidney problem, CKD. And then the problem with CKD is you have, when you end up in dialysis punya dialysis punya keadaan tu, you have to go for dialysis like 3 times a week. It requires a lot of duit dari segi perbelanjaan for the government, and also yang mungkin kalau yang boleh bayar secara sendiri yang guna health insurance pun dia still mengambil duit yang banyak, dan proses nak ke hospital dan sebagainya. So how can we solve those things? How can we improve that? And in fact, yang untuk hospital kerajaan kan, bila kuota dia dah penuh, for example, if another patient yang memerlukan dialysis, they have to wait in line. So in a way that they have to, bracket quote unquote, they have to wait for another patient. If they pass away, or if they die, only then you can take the place of dialysis. So it is how bad the issue is. So what can we do? Macam mana kita nak buat? Macam mana, ada tak cara yang lebih baik untuk kita tengok perkara ni? Another thing, if you're talking about advocating or volunteering, ataupun maybe dari segi isu ekonomik, for example, minyak masak, telur ayam semua tu kan, how can we solve those things? Perhaps you have an idea, but why not, join this and then come up. I mean, there is no saying that bagus ke tak bagus ke, but
Yes.
Okay, Ahmad Iqmal kata, tanya soalan, do reward being developed for real world users after the competition?
Okay, thank you for the questions. Okay, just one question. Okay, if you guys have any questions yet, you can. Okay, all right. So reward. So actually, reward is actually developed using a real world cases or users lah. But I understand questions like, is it being developed? Is it available now? No, it's not, because we did the MVP and the prototype. Actually, we are planning for the real development, but yeah, we are right now. We are all my team is busy with their own career lah. But this is what I can see lah. Okay, we developed the prototype and we get the benefits of having the experience to build an application. We actually using Flutter at that time. So I never used Flutter. I never touched the code of using a mobile app. No, but during that time I touched it. So that is the time that I can what do you call this, make like a self project lah. So then I explained to my interviewers that during this time I use this kind of tool, this kind of programming languages. So I say to them, okay, this project I use this and this, which show me that I can adapt at any situation, something like that. That is quite a benefit on that lah. At least you have some backup story lah you want to tell to the interviewers. Yeah.
Itulah, sekarang mungkin kita boleh tanya lah kot dah kat pukul 10 kan. So by the show of hands, any of you would like to join in? Mungkin dah ada kumpulan atau tak ada kumpulan, ataupun nak join secara solo ke, boleh tak raise hand? Ada tak yang nak join? Kita tak nak paksa, boleh je nak paksa. Kan 5B, 5C buat berapa kumpulan boleh je, tapi when I spoke to Dr. Yuzi petang tadi, yeah, we have that thoughts too, macam, because to me it will bring a lot of benefits to you guys, but definitely I can
Nothing to
say
lose,
that
madam. Yeah.
nothing to lose. Betul. I mean,
Nothing to lose.
kalau
Mm.
you know, kalah ke menang ke is another story, but for sure you will learn something.
Yep.
So yang ini kita nak tanya Ahmad Iqmal, Akmal Isham, Alif, takkan
And
saya
don't
nak sebut
forget the 8,000,
nama-nama
guys.
dia. 8,000 tadi kan, kalau dapat Alhamdulillah. So yang ada dekat depan saya, selain daripada saya, selain daripada Dr. Yuzi, selain daripada Firdaus, maybe anyone would like to raise your hand to join in so that I can form at least 1 atau 2 kumpulan. Lebih lagi bagus. Tak ada orang angkat tangan. Iman. Okay, ada seorang. Okay, Alhamdulillah. Ada yang nak join. So, sekejap lagi saya akan sharekan Google Sheet punya link dekat group. Saya cuba buat sekejap lagi ni. Ataupun saya buat sekarang lah kot. But you can continue ask questions. Ada apa-apa soalan nak tanya sementara tu? Any questions? Apa pun boleh tanya. Macam stress tak? Contoh masuk competition tu.
Saya ada soalan.
Silakan.
Assalamualaikum. Nama saya Danish Haikal dari kelas CS2595B. Jadi saya nak tanya yang kalau macam kan kalau masuk hackathon lah, bila saya dengar hackathon mesti macam orang yang macam pandai-pandai coding lah masuk kan. Jadi nak tahu macam kalau untuk ideathon ideathon punya ni dia macam kena ada orang yang jenis yang macam ni ke yang boleh masuk. Macam tu lah soalan saya.
Okay, thank you, Danish. So, hackathon, pandai coding, actually a huge advantage. But then again, hackathon is all about hackathon dengan ideathon, similarity dia bagi satu challenge and you need to solve it. And the best solution will win it. So even though you pandai coding, you develop a huge gempak punya apps. You know, having the AI, having the machine learning, deep learning some more, perhaps cognitive, deep neural network semua tu. But if it's not tally to the problem, it's not solving it, or it has like a minimal impact towards the problem, no, it's not. It will not be useful. So the more things that we need to focus on, the idea, our solution. So ideathon give you chances to actually express your idea in words or in illustration or diagram. That how you gonna propose to solve the problem. So it gives you some kind of benefit lah. Tak perlulah you fikir tentang how to code anymore or how to develop something. You don't need to think about that. But you can actually propose, if this idea goes through, the technology will be something like this. But you don't have to develop it. You can propose. This is your time to actually express your creativity in terms of the technology. I hope that answer your question, Danish.
Dan satu lagi,
Thank you.
Okay.
Satu lagi yang saya perasan sekarang ni, there's so many application that untuk proof of concept tu that requires no ataupun minimum coding.
Yeah.
Yep, that one you can use. So we're not talking about you have to develop everything like a full scale, tak. So kalau kita kata like low fidelity prototype, something that is minimum that can express the way that you want those ideas. Dan satu lagi, when you talk about social innovation, something social ni, tidak semestinya it can be a combination of technology campur dengan social approach.
Yeah, some
Penting
policies
macam,
I think.
yeah, yang penting macam Firdaus cakap tadi, dia mestilah menyelesaikan masalah. Macam kita buat dalam FYP tu lah, kalau masalah tu kita dah terangkan tapi solution yang kita bagi tu sebenarnya tidak pun menyelesaikan masalah tersebut, that's no use lah. So that's why advisors akan ada dekat situ untuk bantu you shape project tu during those things. Those Okay, ada banyak soalan ni, Alhamdulillah. So soalan yang seterusnya, do we need to provide facts, stats, logistics? If so, how much do we need to prepare facts using? No, okay. Academic articles, ini saya jawab dulu. Academic articles, normally for this kind ni, kita tak rely on academic articles so much. We are relying on facts or maybe on information. I think masa Firdaus kau buat dengan rework tu, you have like statistics yang you really study on Malaysian.
That one we did a bit of study lah on the because of the problem you need to back up with facts because it give you a strong case for your idea. Why the problem is having a dire needs to solve it for us to solve it. Yeah, so we need to back up with, of course, facts. And statistic will be a bonus. Logistic, I think logistic is another topic.
Itu another topic. Tapi basically what you have to do is kita betul-betul analyse lah. So this is the problem, and then solution tu pun kita kena tengok juga how does it fit into the problem.
Yes.
So those are the things that I think something that we can yang itu kita develop later. Bila kita dah register, kita akan ada session nanti, saya, Dr. Yuzi and other advisors akan tolong dari segi yang tu. So how do you make it clear, for example, the clarity in terms of problem, and then how do you pitch? How do you going to present? What kind of things that itu kita akan bantu kemudian. But so now, as for tonight, kita ambil one step at a time. Tonight is actually focusing on why don't we join this, and then kita akan form group dulu. Group pun saya tak nak paksa in a way that you have to be. Okay, saya dah letak link dekat situ untuk you letakkan nama. Kumpulan maksimum 3 orang, boleh jadi seorang, boleh jadi 2 orang, boleh jadi 3 orang. Later insyaAllah kita ada firdaus, kita ada banyak yang kita ada Taqif, kita ada banyak lagi yang kita boleh panggil selepas ni yang memang junkies lah, kita panggil itu junkies yang suka masuk ni. And then they also have like, kita panggil gang rewalk, hari tu pun boleh Quantum Mara punya group pun boleh juga. So we would have like good ni lah. Okay, ada rubrik ke kena ikut competition ni? Okay, this one is basically mengikut kepada penganjur lah. But they will give us like masa workshop tu nanti site dia akan beritahu apa yang dia nak nilai, apa yang dia nak tengok. So we will prepare accordingly. Jangan risau, yang tu jangan risau. They will guide you on top of that. And then ada certain competition lagi best. Dia bagi you training macam mana nak guna certain tools. I'm not so sure. Rasanya dalam Dugut ni mungkin tak ada. Tapi ada hackathon yang begitu. So for example,
they're giving classes, right? This one.
They will get classes.
Yeah, classes.
So dari satu segi tu, definitely you will learn better in a way that you will have like ramai lagi. Satu lagi yang saya suka waktu competition ni adalah you build also your networking. You meet people from industries. Lagi sweet memories kalau dia ingat you daripada competition tu. Itu lagi bagus lah. And then you can use this opportunity to basically to know more people. Mungkin macam sekarang ni peringkat UiT mungkin kenal pelajar daripada fakulti lain dan sebagainya. That is actually very very important lah. I don't know. I think Firdaus punyalah banyak competition. I think there's one competition that yang you pergi Puncak Alam tu, benda tu. That is competition like quizzes, right? Yang you menang juga tu.
Yes. Brain something. I don't know. Yep.
Itu pun bagus juga tu.
Itu.
Any more questions guys? Kalau tak ada sebab dah pukul 10, besok saya ada kelas juga dengan diorang ni pukul 8 pagi. Besok kita masuk topik yang agak serius sikit lah. Research methodology.
Methodology.
Mungkin Firdaus dah tak ingat lah kot tu.
Ingat. Methodology result findings. Okay.
Yes. So basically, please take this opportunity. I mean, Firdaus, any last word that you want to encourage them? Something that maybe try to, mungkin yang you boleh share dengan diorang ni, something that I don't know, any last words of wisdom lah that you can share.
Yes. I've been there, same as you guys, a student. But mostly I didn't spend most of the time at FSKM lah, just like you guys, because of the COVID. But during the time that this competition give you something. This is what I always rehash. Another thought process lah. Another thought process that can give you view the current situation on a different perspectives. That actually enlighten you some more idea on solving some problems. So this experience only can be acquired through a competition. That will actually challenge yourself and you will know where you stand. And when you know where you stand, you can actually identify the room of improvement lah. Okay. I think that's all. Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
Thank you. Dr. Yuzi nak tambah? Lagi tak ada Dr. Yuzi.
Okay.
Dr. Yuzi, anything that you wanna tambah?
Join free. Ada orang tanya ya, madam?
Free. Yes, lupa nak cakap tu very important. Free admission. Tidak perlu bayar apa-apa.
Please join guys.
No free kan? Yes, free. It's free. So that's why lah. Ada competition kena bayar. This one free. Sebab tu dulu saya selalu buat lawak dengan diorang ni kan. Cakap, alah tak apalah. Janji dapat t-shirt free pun jadilah.
Ya betul. That's our motivation dulu. Nak laju.
Kita punya motivation adalah untuk mendapatkan seberapa banyak baju. Baju AWS. Saya ingat lagi baju AWS ada lagi sampai sekarang saya simpan.
Ada 2 baju.
AWS, baju ni. Mean, you know, there's nothing to lose.
Nothing to lose. Only to gain. Yeah.
Yes, everything that you can gain. So that's why selalu kalau benda-benda macam ni kan, macam bila kita dah habis competition tu, kita duduk lepak-lepak, kononnya macam mengimbau lah masa itu. Stress is always there. You tak masuk competition pun stress. Kalau tanya anak saya kat rumah ni, stress apa? Tak ada apa nak buat, boring. Stress juga. So why not make it worthwhile? Make it worthwhile and do this lah. I think, and then I think it's time for you guys, especially orang muda. Orang muda ni kenalah, orang kata apa? Nak betul-betul challenge yourself. But don't worry, kalah pun tak apa. Itu saya kata tadi. Kalah pun tak ada masalah kalah. Kalau orang tanya, kalah nanti apa-apa. No, at least you gain something. The experience is priceless, man.
Yeah, I lost most of the hackathon I joined.
That's ada nak tanya tak macam mana nak overcome? Memang saya ada beberapa student yang orang kata first time dia masuk dan dia kalah, dia memang tak boleh terima hakikat tu. But I think though you are not winning, you definitely learn something. That is actually winning tu. Sebab tu mindset tu kena ubah.
Betul.
Mindset tu memang kena ubah. So that's why bila orang tanya pada saya, tak ada isu pun kalau kalah. Dapat kawan baru, dapat experience baru, so nothing to lose lah. So okay, that to recap the questions, yes, it's free. Tak ada bayaran pun yang ni, dan bagus sekali ni kita bagi dia friendly dulu. Sebab apa? Semua student UiTM, we are under the same brand. 2 orang satu group boleh, tak ada masalah. Seorang pun boleh. Maksimum 3. Okay. Thank you so much, Firdaus. I know you baru balik kerja, penat. Tapi later
anything from UiTM.
Yes, tu semangat yang kita nak. Alright, dan insyaAllah yang ada kat depan kita ni nanti pun will be macam Firdaus juga. I think later we have more Firdaus lah here, insyaAllah. Okay, so yes, okay, Yuzi, Dr. Yuzi ada soalan apa-apa ke, ataupun nak cerita apa-apa ke, ataupun harapan untuk diorang masuk ke? Group A pun ada kat sini.
Harapan tu memang berharaplah agar ramai yang akan dapat masuk kan. Cuma saya teringat masa dekan bagi talk mengenai ini, dia ada mention kalau boleh macam dia terfikirlah waktu tu fokus on women empowerment sebab barang-barang ni adalah barang-barang produk kosmetik and so on juga. So maybe boleh relate juga with all those things lah to help macam ibu tunggal and so on. Contoh barang-barang yang kosmetik ni apa boleh dikaitkan dengan ibu tunggal for example. Tapi tak apa, itu nanti boleh difikirkan lagi lah.
Boleh, nanti kita brainstorm sama-sama. Nanti kita brainstorm insyaAllah.
InsyaAllah.
Yang penting malam ni kita dapatkan kumpulan dulu dan insyaAllah part of banyak advisor. Basically yang malam ni saya, Dr. Yuzi, kita ada Dr. Su, insyaAllah kita tarik juga Dr. Syamimi nanti. We have so many lecturers yang akan bantu. So jangan risau rasa macam I'm going, adakah saya akan pergi seorang-seorang? No, you are not. You'll be with us. And then along the way macam business plan, macam reward tu menariknya. Kalau tengok tadi kan reward tu ada element insurance. Masa tu kita fikirkan juga how kan, Firdaus can correct me if I'm wrong. Masa tu kita fikir how can we make it sustainable. Kita soalan kita sustainable, macam mana kita, masa tu kita, I still remember Idaham showed me so many games yang dia main game tu daripada dulu sampai sekarang. So element addiction, macam mana nak bagi orang guna kita punya solution tu, that will be one of it. Lepas tu ada lagi kita discuss pasal how we going to sustain in a way funding in terms of duit untuk kita run the tu semua. So those things is actually memang tak ada dalam kelas. Kita tak ada subjek itu. Tapi sekarang dah ada lah CSP 650, you have to think about business plan. But why not doing it now? So buat sekarang semasa semester 5, semester 6 nanti dah ada idea apa nak buat.
Well, I have additional point before we end. The project that I did for the hackathon, I implement on my ENT. So I complete my ENT I think 2 months before the deadline. This is ENT is an entrepreneurship. So I use whatever in the hackathon. We already come up with a business what they call methodology, what kind of outcomes you're going to have. Everything is there. The information is there. We just plot it in and then we submit. Dapat A lah.
Dapat. Ini sih. So sekarang ni you buat benda tu dengan lebih awal. That is actually, doing things in a smart way. So alright, so thank you so much for for sharing this. And hopefully mungkin kita panggil lagi lepas ni. We are really saya sangat-sangat and then one thing about student FSKM ni, we have that advantage. We have that technology advantage. So kalau orang lain cerita pasal idea saja, we do have that technical skills. Though ada yang tanya tadi, apa tu, takut lah macam tak nak buat mungkin coding dan sebagainya. Don't worry, we always can get help. Ada banyak macam macam saya kata tadi lah, Figma lah apalah, itu semua low coding punya tu. So you don't overthinking, alamak boleh ke tidak kan. So don't do that. Yang pentingnya we want to improve ourselves. The communication skill will totally improve with this ideathon because you need to learn how to do presentation, how to pitch, how you going to in fact doing those presentation materials kan, macam you tengok reward tadi, very interesting the way how they arrange everything. So those things you will learn along the way. So jangan fikir macam benda tu macam susah, menakutkan. Tidak. Yang penting mindset yang betul, you're gonna get the fun and then the addiction part of it. Right? Okay, so thank you so much Firdaus, and then thank you so much to thank you so much. Thank you all for joining in, and so far belum menarik lagi bilangan namanya. I hope that we can get this before 11 so that I can pass all the names to our dekan jaringan industri. So because nanti dia akan buat juga I think session untuk you all. So that's why they need all the names lah untuk dia buat macam some sort of counting lah berapa orang yang akan hadir dan sebagainya. So that's why they need the information. So hopefully sekarang ni kita ada 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kumpulan. So yang pada saya ni ada lagi 1, so kita 7 kumpulan. So hopefully we keep on, saya akan buka sampai malam ni. Selepas ni pun kalau ada, tak ada masalah, boleh je.
I can see your face. I will with me with
But
a walk. I
don't
can see
wait,
your eyes.
bagi
I can
terus so
see
that
your
you have that
face.
mindset. Kadang-kadang tunggu, apalah tak masuk pun tak apa. So why not? And then so far, yang ada ini semuanya lelaki. Manakah wanita-wanita yang ada di dalam kelas-kelas kita? Tak ada ni. Mana yang perempuan? Masuklah kan. Firdaus, itu pun banyak lelaki kan masa you masuk dulu pun sama kan.
Yes.
So banyak lelaki. So please
You need more girls representative lah. Show
yes,
yourself.
because the viewpoint from perempuan ni sangat penting.
Betul.
Dari segi dia punya points tu, benda tu sangat penting pada saya. Tak ada masalah. Orang kata apa? Try lah kalau boleh join ke, ataupun mungkin yang ada yang kumpulan yang 2 orang ni, mungkin boleh tambah lagi seorang ahli wanita, tak ada masalah kan. Alright, so I think with that 10.17 kita end our session. InsyaAllah kita jumpa lagi. Firdaus, Firdaus sekarang dekat mana? Kat company mana?
KPMG.
Dekat KPMG.
Yep.
Yep, KPMG sebelum ni adalah, I know Firdaus, dia boleh survive kat mana pun insyaAllah. And then yeah, so thank you guys. InsyaAllah untuk yang kelas 5C kita jumpa besok dalam kelas. Hopefully you guys join in. And then we learn together insyaAllah. Okay ni Syed, okay Madam, ya. Ada soalan lagi ke? Tak habis hari untuk type ke tu? Syed, mana you? Online ataupun apa? If the idea inspired by the movie, boleh ke? If it can solve the problem, why not? There is no limitation to that, you know. So nanti kita, don't worry, kita akan bincang sama-sama. That is the things I enjoyed the most dengan geng-geng Quantum Mars. Sebab kita ada meetings in the afternoon, kita discuss, lepas tu masing-masing tanya soalan, dan masa tu kita link juga dengan senior dia orang yang dah kerja 5-6 tahun. They're asking, you know, quite difficult questions, but it's a very fruitful session. And then it gives me so many new things to learn lah. Alright. Okay, with that, thank you so much. The link is still open until 11, insyaAllah. In fact, 11 tu yang saya screen untuk hantar lah. Tapi the Google Sheet tu saya buka lah sampai mungkin end of this week. Alright, thank you so much Dr. Izzy. Thank you so much Firdaus for joining us. Alright, with that, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye. Thank you Firdaus. Selamat berehat.
Thank you, madam. Good night. Yep.
Okay, good night.
Yep.